Funding for this video series was made possible by the USDA National Institute of Food and Agriculture's Beginning Farmer and Rancher Development Program.
This is Mellowfields Farm, and we're located on the east edge of Lawrence. My name is Jessi Asmussen, and this is my husband, Kevin Prather. And we've been running Mellowfields Farm for 10 years in different locations. The last 4 seasons have been here at this farm that we purchased in 2017. We grow in high tunnels and cat tunnels and also in the field.
We do specialize in salad greens for the months of the year that they grow well in Kansas, and we focused on, kind of narrowed in on 4 different salad green varieties. Lettuce mix, we grow the salanova varieties for lettuce mix. We also grow arugula, we grow a mixed green, a mustardy mix of greens, and baby kale. And so we succession these throughout the season. And those have been our mainstays as far as salad greens. Our seasons for the salad greens, we start under protected culture in our hoop houses. We get them oftentimes overwintered, get them planted in December, and then we're ready to start harvesting those in February. And then we succession plant February through maybe late May, and wrap up our salad green harvest in late June, July. And then we'll start again as early as the 1st of August, seeding and planting our varieties to begin harvest in late September through into December if weather cooperates. So for all 3 salad greens, the arugula, the salad mix, the mustardy mix, and the baby kale, those are all direct seeded in the field. The salanova, we start as transplants in paperpot trays. And so for planting the direct seeded crops, we prep our beds and use a 6-row seeder and a 4-row pinpoint seeder to plant those greens. And then with the lettuce mix, the salanova lettuce mix, we plant that with the paperpot transplanter. So we started using the paperpot transplanter in 2018 when we participated in a SARE grant that focused on getting fall crops started ahead of weed and helping them with weed pressure.
To seed something in the ground, a lot of times you're waiting a couple weeks for that crop to emerge, and you're using, especially if you have a small farm, you're using that footprint to germinate instead of actively grow and harvest and make money off of that. So if you can start that in a smaller square foot, 2 weeks ahead or 3 weeks ahead, then you're on top of the game, and you don't have that lag in your field. So your crops in your field are actually producing money faster. And so we like doing it because it's a little bit slower growing than the arugula, the baby kale, and the mustard mix. We can get that good and established in the greenhouse, in the paper pot trays, and then we directly plant it with that paper pot transplanter, and it just takes off. Its roots are established. We have a nice prepared bed for it, and it grows really well. We also know that we've got good germination, and so our square footage is being used to its maximum efficiency.
Another really great benefit of the paperpot system is the labor savings for transplanted crops. So anything that we would transplant. We also paperpot fennel, we've done baby bok choy, we've done spinach.
Cilantro, dill, herbs in general.
And then so instead of spending the time transplanting each plug out, we're able to just pull that chain and save a ton of time. With salanova in particular, we plant pretty dense plantings, 6-inch spacing, and that used to take us a whole afternoon for a crew of 2 or 3 to plant one full bed, whereas now it takes one person 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and they've got the whole thing planted and watered in.
So we've always grown organically, and the reason that we chose to get certified was to get a better price in our wholesale markets. And before we were certified organic, we were having mostly a direct relationship with our customers, so they were able to ask us questions, and they knew the integrity of our product just by interacting with us and the communication that we had either through emails or social media or just talking to them. When you move to a wholesale market, you don't have direct relationship with your customer, and so they're seeing your logo, they're seeing your name, maybe they follow you on social media, but that organic certification is another level of authentication of your quality and your standards. Selling to a grocery store where organic produce matters, the price is significantly different.
My name is Scott Thellman, and I'm the owner of Juniper Hill Farms. We are a first-generation farm in Lawrence, Kansas, and grow today about 50 acres worth of produce, both organically and conventionally. This is our 10th year of growing, which we're really excited about, especially with kind of the COVID world and everything. It's been a big year for us. But we grow anything from arugula to zucchini and everything else in between. We also work with a number of growers, both conventionally and organic, in the region to help broker and distribute their food to our customers. So we've been growing lettuce just about since day one. When we first started, it was with scissors and 5-gallon buckets, and we slowly realized that was not cost effective or economical for us, or providing a consistent quality product for our customers. And so we moved from trimming the lettuce with scissors to a hand harvester. And now we have a push harvester with a bandsaw blade that we're using to cut large amounts of lettuce at any given time. Some of the different varieties we grow and market just include a lettuce blend, a greens blend, a spring mix, a baby kale, an arugula, and spinach. So kind of a wide array that matches what our customers want, need, and what's on the shelf at many of the grocery stores in the region. Our Harvestar lettuce harvester was certainly an investment for us. We were fortunate that we found one that was used from a grower in the region, but it was still about a $6,000 expense, and so it was no small change. However, that being said, we went from, if I were to think about it, cutting by hand, maybe 10 pounds an hour, if you're really moving, if you're going for high quality, to we can harvest about 350 pounds an hour now with 2 people. And so the efficiency and the quality you get from that allows you to be able to plant more, which allows you to purchase more seed in bulk, which lowers your seed cost, lowers your input planting production cost, because now you're tilling an acre at one time versus one bed with a push tiller. And then allowed us to have a very consistent product that we moved from the field to the pack house much more quickly. And so we had a much quicker turnaround from the moment that product was harvested till it entered our cold chain after washing. Our market for lettuce consists primarily of restaurants, but then we also have institutions and then clam-shells. And those clam-shells are for retail grocery store sales, and then farmers market sales and online store sales through our Sunflower Provisions grocer. It really comes down to when you're working with a restaurant, being able to offer a triple washed and sorted product that they can pull right out of the case and put right onto the plate. Those restaurants are looking for something that matches a California consistent product, only, fresher, a higher quality, and, something that they're going to be able to advertise on their menu to bring a premium on that plate. One of the things we learned early on with restaurants, with some of the varieties we were growing, is they were lacking volume. And so we worked with a number of our restaurants to develop a lettuce blend and a spring mix blend that had volume on the plate. And so it reduced the amount of ounces that needed to go on a serving for that customer in that restaurant, which increased the amount of output they could have per pound, which then, helped that overall margin and made our stuff more affordable and accessible to those chefs. On the grocery side, although I'm not a huge fan of the plastic, we transitioned to clamshell sales because what it did is it guaranteed us, first off, a beautiful billboard for our product because it's right there in a clean, nice case that's very appealing to consumers. We are a GAP certified farm and have an entire SOP, operating procedure for our harvest and then washing procedures for our, once we enter the pack house. All of our lettuce is sanitized and then triple washed, spun dry in lettuce spinners. And so that by the time it makes it to the store shelf, there's been a lot of attention to detail on our end, but it provides a product that you can pull right out of that clamshell or right out of that, wholesale pack that's going to a restaurant or a school district, for immediate use.